Can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? Okay. Nabul, Chris, let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, in the chat there. I had to disconnect the microphone. I don't know. I think I'm having an issue with the external microphone on the on this device here. I don't know if it's the mic or if it's the receiver, but welcome guys. Let's start over. Today's June 1st, 2025, and I'm going to be walking to the neighborhood of Southtown, right here from downtown. Hello there, Nabul. Hello there, Chris. Welcome. Yeah, it's really cool how you can add a countdown timer to the live stream. I'm gonna be making my own little intro and adding that to the live streams from now on. Yeah, good to see you too, Nabul. It's a beautiful day here in the city of San Antonio. I actually just came from this place right here called Leo's Hideout. One of the best pizza slices I ever had. If you ever come to this place right here, I highly recommend checking out the it's called the Mad Dog Slice. It's got a hot honey and jalapeno. The bread is really crispy. So if you're a fat ass like me, go and check out that go and check out Leo's Pizza or Leo's Hideout. Yeah, it definitely is great, Chris. Highly, if you come to San Antonio, highly recommend checking it out if you're craving a slice of pizza. I had never had their Mad Dog Slice before. It's really, really good. It's got ricotta cheese, hot honey, and jalapeno. So it's a little bit spicy. Oh, I miss the old Mexican Manhattan restaurant that used to be right here. The neighborhood is changing. But I was gonna go down. The last time I started this stream, I went down Commerce Street, and I was gonna go down to Southtown, going in the other direction. But being that it is hot, I'm gonna just take the Riverwalk, going that way instead. I'm going to show you guys a shortcut down to the Riverwalk from here. So if you're ever in front of Main Plaza here downtown, right in front of the San Fernando Cathedral, right in front of the Bexar County Courthouse, you can actually enter the Riverwalk right here, right behind the cathedral. But we're going to actually walk in the other direction. There was a group of some shady looking people down there, so. But yeah, just in case, if you're ever in this part of downtown San Antonio, you're looking to check out the Riverwalk, you don't have to walk very far to get onto the actual Riverwalk. You can just go right behind the cathedral there. But yeah, always be careful though. Sometimes there's some shady people that hang out in that underneath that bridge there. Here's the Bexar County Courthouse right over here. The San Fernando Cathedral once again over there. I hope the sound is okay, guys. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm not using my my microphone. I don't know if my receiver or my microphone itself needs to be charged. And I don't want to use my external headphones because I might have to plug in my battery pack. Oh, thank you, Nate Bull. Appreciate it. Hey, how's it going, Jose Hernandez? Good to see you. Right now I'm at the Lovelock Bridge, right over here by the Riverwalk. I'm gonna be heading towards Southtown, checking out one of my favorite neighborhoods there. But because a lot of couples get married at the courthouse, they leave their initials on these locks here, and they throw the key into the river. So this is again called the Lovelock Bridge. Yeah, my Sunday's going good, Jose. Thanks for asking. Just hadn't done a live stream in a while because I've been busy with work. So I just thought it would be a beautiful day to go for a walk, a live stream, and catch up with you guys here. Hello there, my beautiful friends. Can you guys see me? Not gonna lie to you guys, it is hot out here. So I'm gonna try to find a place with plenty of shade. And this part of the Riverwalk here has plenty of shade here. Excuse me. Yeah, Chris, I recently checked out your latest live stream, of course, of the Riverwalk in Chicago. And I must say, man, the Riverwalk in Chicago is very, very nice. But if you ever find yourself in my part of the world, if you ever find yourself in Texas, definitely check out the Riverwalk here in San Antonio. So our Riverwalk actually is 15 miles long, so it might be a bit hard to walk the entire thing in one day. But one thing I love about our Riverwalk is it connects to different areas of the city. So right now we're headed towards the south side of San Antonio. We're headed towards, once again, one of my favorite neighborhoods called Southtown. Very historic area that's changed quite a bit recently in the last couple of years also. I know a lot of people that live here in San Antonio, a lot of them don't like to come to the Riverwalk because they say there's too many tourists or there's not much to do down here. But I like this part of the Riverwalk, to be honest with you guys. This part of the Riverwalk is a little bit more calm compared to the downtown part where you have all your bars and all your restaurants, and it's more oriented and focused for tourists. And this is one of the floodgates here that controls the flooding on the Riverwalk. We're going to try to cross over to the other side because there's a lot more shade over there in that direction than there is over here. But the San Antonio Riverwalk has several of those dams. There are about, I want to say there are about 5 of those dams here that control the flooding on the river. The statue of Francisco Madero here. He was a Mexican revolutionary known as the Apostle of Democracy. Oh, the Riverwalk in Chicago is long. It would take to walk the whole thing in one day also. Yeah, I definitely want to check that out one day, Chris, for sure. Got a Wyndham Hotel here. Hey, hello there, Jazz. Welcome in. I just got started just a few minutes ago. I am on the Riverwalk here in San Antonio. I am going to the neighborhood called Southtown. So we're walking south along the Riverwalk here. So if you want to come to the Riverwalk and you want to get away from the hustle and bustle of downtown, all you got to do is just walk a few minutes south, and you know, you're in this beautiful oasis of trees, and covered with plenty of shade here, especially with it being the summertime and all. You definitely want to stay cool. Hey Sebastian Echeverra, welcome in. How you doing, my friend? Sorry guys if the sound isn't as crispy as it usually comes in. I think I forgot to charge my microphone this morning before I started this live stream. So I'm trying my best to see if it how the sound is. The good thing is there's no wind noise out here, so the microphone shouldn't pick up on that. These beautiful old buildings right here along the Riverwalk. So part of Southtown is a historic area. A lot of these homes were built in the 1800s. Hey, I like to walk. Welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. I saw that you were live last weekend on the Riverwalk. Also, guys, if you want to check out another great live streamer from San Antonio or another great content creator, check out I Like to Walk. Make some fantastic videos. I didn't have the chance to check it out, unfortunately, while you were live, but that was a cool little live stream on the Riverwalk on a Saturday evening. Definitely, if I didn't work on Saturdays, I would more than likely check out the Riverwalk myself, but that is what it is. I think we were down here a couple of months ago and I did a live stream. I hadn't been down here in quite a while, so wanted to check it out again. Yeah, I Like to Walk does some really great content in Spanish too. Ooh, it's a little bit overcast here. Kind of like it. Oh yeah, awesome. I Like to Walk. Hey, I would love to see more live streamers from San Antonio as well. Even though we sometimes go to the same places, live in the same city, it's always really interesting to see how the city looks from the perspective of other people. You know, people can share their different experiences with others. You know, if they disagree with something that I say or something that you have to say. You know, my experience living here as a local is different from somebody who's visiting for the first time or has only lived here for a couple of years. Yeah, unfortunately, we have to work sometimes, Nabul. Get to make more lives and I'll get to make more videos. Sound off again. Oh, I think somebody was can you hear me now? Okay, I think somebody was trying to call me just now and that's why the sound turned off. So if that happens again, guys, I probably have to pause the live stream and answer that phone call. You don't want to ignore a phone call from your mom. It's very important, guys. So, and she doesn't know that I live stream and do these YouTube videos. So, all right, the sound's okay now. Awesome. Oh, great! Thank you. I Like to Walk for reaffirming that. And here is the site of the United States Arsenal right over here. This was originally housed at the Alamo. The arsenal was established in 1858. The facility included an office building, magazine, and commander's quarters, which was a portion of the San Pedro Esquia, and it carried water across the property. This arsenal was also used during the Civil War, used as a military output, and they used it for trading. So this is the arsenal right here. So I always say the Riverwalk's an important piece of the city's economy, because even back in the colonial period, a lot of the river was used for trading, and now of course it's a huge economic tourist hub. See if I can do it. I can't do it. It's moving too much. I was trying to do the Nabul. I was trying to do the head crush thing that one of our friends does. It's very peaceful, very quiet around this area. Here is Arsenal Street up ahead. Probably gonna go all the way down the Riverwalk to the, it's called the Blue Star or Lone Star Art Complex. Yeah, they usually build towns and cities close to rivers, of course. Definitely good for trading. Nabul, I gotta check out some of your other streams. I haven't really been able to watch too many other live streamers. I've been, like I said, I've been too busy working. If you ever find yourself in Southtown, or if you ever find yourself on this part of the Riverwalk, I saw that somebody pointed this out last time, and I pointed it out in my last live stream that I did here. But there is a tombstone buried in somebody's backyard here. I don't know if this is a tombstone for somebody's pet, or being as this is a very old historic area, somebody could just be buried here for all we know. But very random to just be walking by the river and finding a tombstone there. What do you want on your tombstone? I don't know. Pepperoni? That was a commercial back in the day. One thing I like about this part of the Riverwalk is they have these kind of like these benches here where you can actually just sit down and relax here. These benches that are made of limestone, I'm assuming. Yeah, and it will always great to see the perspective of other people when they visit somewhere, definitely. And remember, you guys, if you're feel like you're struggling with something, or you know you're trying to give up on something, you know, just remember to keep pushing forward, keep going, and don't give up. That'll be my message to some of you guys that are out there that watch these live streams, you know, and have a lot of friends that or know a lot of people that do YouTube also. Sometimes people might get discouraged because you know, they feel like people are not watching, or they feel that, you know, what they're doing isn't making a difference. But that goes for anything. Yeah, that goes for anything that you set your mind to. It doesn't necessarily have to be YouTube. It can be work, it can be just a goal that you're trying to achieve. You know, remember to not give up, you guys. Yeah, definitely. Don't give up. All right, that's where we're headed next. We're headed to the Blue Star Arts Complex. And we're passing by what is called the Gunther House. Look at this view right here. For those of you guys that have never been to the Riverwalk in this direction, isn't this beautiful? Did you guys know that this was here? Wow. And I'm gonna try to go a little bit further today than I usually do. If you want to know a little bit of history about this area, I have two videos that I did. I did one edited video, a pre-recorded one, and I did a live stream here at the beginning of the year. I think this is a drop-off for the boats here. Yeah, sometimes if you're walking in this area, you'll see people kayaking up and down the Riverwalk. I'm actually surprised that I haven't seen anybody out here today. Usually it's a really nice day today to be out kayaking. As you can see, these people are out here fishing. Also, guys, how does the picture quality look? I'm not using the gimbal. I'm using the super special super cinematic mode. I always forget what it's called on here. So on my end, there's a little bit of a delay between what I'm seeing and what you guys are seeing. But it does make up for the fact that I'm not using a gimbal. So let me know how it is on your end. Oh, see, look, there's a boat right there. I think it would be so cool to live in a house like this and be able to just kayak to the river whenever I want to. They're living the life. And we're coming up to another floodgate here on the Riverwalk. I see more people on the other side fishing over there. Sounds like a cool idea. I'm gonna have to do that one of these days. Maybe nah, I was gonna say maybe do a fishing live stream. Should I just give up on walking and become a fish YouTuber? I've seen people actually live stream themselves fishing. I wonder if anybody would actually be interested in watching that. No, I'm just joking. Hello there, baby love. Welcome. Going up the hill here. Probably just gonna stay on for like an hour and then end the stream here. I don't really stay on for too long, you guys. But let's check out the Blue Star Arts Complex. Got a couple of these electric bikes here. That's another thing I would love to do, is I would love to get on one of those electric bikes and do a live stream. I'm thinking about different ways that I could share this content with you all. Share the city of San Antonio with everybody. Ooh, up ahead we've got the Pioneer Flower Factory. That factory's been here since the 1800s, right around the same time that they opened this neighborhood. But let's stroll around here for a few minutes before we jump back on the Riverwalk. Ooh, they've got a Sunday art market here. Let's take a look and see what they've got. A lot of these buildings that are right here used to be industrial buildings. They used to be warehouses, distributing centers. So right around this area, it's very blue collar.
Right here.
Very blue-collar neighborhood. You have a lot of working class people that grew up around this area. And it's kind of changed a little bit because some people feel like they're being gentrified out of their own neighborhood. A lot of these homes are going up for lots and lots of money, and the locals can't really afford to stay here. But that's a whole nother topic. Right around here you have a lot of little art galleries and bars and restaurants here. If you're new here, guys, just remember to follow me. See if the art gallery that's here is still open. I think the last time that I came it was closed, or they were changing out some of the artwork here. So we'll go in there and check it out. Follow me where, Nabul? Follow me everywhere, man. Follow me all over the place, especially here on YouTube. Oh, it says welcome, so we'll see if it's open. Hello, is the art gallery open? Or no? Is it okay if I can look around?
Absolutely. We just ask for existing for the
78227.
and then our main gallery is closed. Everything was just cleaned up.
Oh, thank you. Check this out, guys. Oh wow, this is really cool. This is like a punk rock art gallery here. Can I step up here? It says here it's a generative collection of an interactive installation. This community archive includes photographs, flyers, and more submitted by San Antonians. This is called Mosh Pit. Wow, let's check it out. I don't know if any of you guys are a fan of punk for watching this, but check out all the cool photos that people have taken over the years going to different rock concerts here. Oh, they even have headphones where you can listen in. Hey, hello there, Oleg, welcome. Does anybody remember this place here, the White Rabbit? I remember when I was growing up, this was like the spot to go to where all the bands would come. All the punk rock bands. Let's go down this way here. Check out the Ramones. Oh, I love this shirt right here. And again, they have headphones where you can sit down and listen in. It's like you're part of the experience here. Let's check out the rest of the gallery. Ooh, this is cool. See if we can walk around it. Wow, look at this. Made up of little alligator beads. Not entirely sure what this art piece is supposed to be right here. I guess you sit down on the chairs and you listen in on some sounds. I don't know. Hello there, Juanita. Welcome in. Thanks for joining. I'm inside of an art gallery here, so I'm trying to be a little bit quiet. Wow. Oh, this is creepy. I didn't even see this behind me. Can you press the button? Oh, I was saying I'm scared to find out what happens if I press this button here. Should I press it, guys? Yeah, some weird art. Let's press the button and see what happens. I pressed it, nothing happened, so. This here kind of looks like the thing that's over there. But I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, I just saw that the eyes blinked red, but okay. Okay. Guess it's a pencil sharpener. Hey, thank you so much.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, so we're back outside, you guys. Sorry, I wasn't talking too much in there because as you can see, it's very quiet inside of that art gallery. They had some really interesting art pieces in there dedicated to punk rock that a lot of people donated, I guess, to the art gallery here. But yeah, that was some really weird art. I pressed the button and nothing seemed to happen. So all it did was activate the pencil sharpener. So maybe that was the whole point. I don't know. But I'm glad that you like the art gallery there, Oleg. Let's continue our walk on the river walk here in the neighborhood of Southtown. I don't think I've live streamed this part of the Riverwalk before. Yeah, that was the point, right? I don't think I've live streamed this part of the Riverwalk before, so I'm trying to figure out how I can get to the other side here. I know there used to be, or there's a bridge over here somewhere. But as I was mentioning before, this neighborhood is changing quite a bit. A lot of these newer apartments weren't here several decades ago or several years ago even. And I don't know if you guys can see it up ahead, but there is an abandoned brewery right over there. That's called the Lone Star Brewery. That brewery has been abandoned for several decades now. So there were actually plans to kind of want to revitalize that area and make it kind of like the Pearl, where you have all these really nice bars and restaurants for people to come and enjoy. But I'm not so sure what's going on with that property there. Seems like every couple of years they talk about doing something different with it, and they never follow through. A lot of people like to go there and they like to explore it. Maybe we'll walk that way. I won't explore the actual brewery itself, but I'll show you guys what it looks like on the outside if I'm able to make it that far. Seeing as I also mentioned, this neighborhood was at one point very industrial. So these were left over from some of the old factories that used to be here before they built all of these apartments over here. Ooh, mariachi. I think my friend Chris that's watching would definitely like this place here, the Margarita Garden. Margarita, mi amor. This is really cool, guys, because I've never actually walked all this way before. So thanks for coming and exploring this place with me. And right down there is the San Antonio River. So we're pretty much following the river all the way down south. And I don't know if you would consider this part of the actual river walk, because it's pretty far away from downtown.
And my friend Jessica said, "Why are you gonna pay? Give me half that and I'll train him." So I took him out of class.
Yeah, very beautiful day, Juanita. Yes, indeed. A bit hot for sure, but I'm still enjoying the walk along the river here. There's a lot of shade here, so there's a nice little breeze coming in. Okay, I see the bridge up ahead. So there's a bridge right over here on the river that takes you to the other side of Southtown, or takes you to the other side of this neighborhood, but it'll also take you a lot further down the river.
Hey, yeah, we can compare now.
Also a pretty nice place to ride a bike here. Wow, so these apartments go all the way further down that way. Wow. Yeah, all of this area has definitely changed recently. Let me know if you guys are still with me in the chat here. I'm getting a message saying that the transmission is unstable. Oh, I see it now. Yeah, it says I'm at 100 kps. Maybe when we cross over to the other side here, we'll get better signal. But anyways, here is the bridge that takes us to the other side of the river. Hold on, I'm gonna plug you guys into the battery pack here. There we go. Hold on one second, you guys. Just plugging in the battery. Yeah, check out the view of the San Antonio River from here. So yeah, this is the same river that goes all the way to the Riverwalk downtown where we started. Yeah, I like the embankment of San Antonio. Have watched it a while ago in the walking video. Now I see that this is not the only landmark worth attention. Oh yeah, definitely Oleg. There are a lot of neighborhoods around downtown, especially, and throughout the city of San Antonio, also, that are definitely worth visiting for sure. Trying to showcase as much of the city as I can, but I appreciate the comment there, Oleg. We're gonna walk back downtown in just a little bit. I'm gonna try to maybe go for an hour and 30 minutes of the live stream. Oh, it says that there's a low water crossing up ahead here. So we have been having a lot of rain here recently in these last 2-3 days. So it might be a little bit wet on some of these areas here. That's how far we are from downtown. We can actually see the top of the Tower of the Americas right up ahead. We got Brackenridge High School over here on my left side. So if anybody's watching from San Antonio, maybe that's your old high school right there. Not as much shade in this area as I expected there to be. So maybe I'll just walk back in a few minutes. So right up ahead, they've got this really cool wooden bridge here, and they use it for train crossings. So as I keep mentioning, this area, a lot of it is very blue collar, very industrial. So there's a lot of factories, warehouses, and distribution centers around here. So there's a lot of trains that pass through this area. Let's see if we can come up to it. There it goes, right over there. Look, boss, it's the train. The train, it's the train. Hello there, Lele. Yeah, make your way down here, Lele. Check out this part of the Riverwalk. It's really nice here. Let's go across the other side here. Check it out, guys. Old wooden bridge here. They still use it for the train. Let's get a shot of the train here. Hey, welcome, Colleen. No, you're not late. You're good. I'll be on for another hour probably. Well, I'll wait a few more minutes. I was getting another phone call, sorry. Doing a little bit of train watching there. Get a view from the other side here. Oleg, I know, I thought the same thing. This bridge has probably been used over 1 million times in its lifespan. Ooh, there's the end of the train. And somehow that wood is able to hold up all of that weight. Wow. Yeah, very, very cool indeed. And I was gonna walk over to that abandoned brewery that I was telling you guys about, but that brewery is a little bit far away from here. Still walking on foot, so maybe I'll just save that for another video. But you can actually see the brewery up ahead there. It's got all kinds of graffiti on it. They used to actually make a beer there called the Lone Star beer. I think they still make it, but they don't, of course they don't make it in this location anymore. Hopefully at some point they do decide to revitalize that brewery, make it into something nice, like they've done with some of these other areas in the city. Sorry guys if my connection's a little bit unstable here. Yes, I did, Oleg. Yeah, that was an abandoned brewery up ahead. It's called the Lone Star Brewery, and it's been abandoned for several decades now. A lot of what I call like urban explorers, you know, people that go into abandoned buildings and film them and make videos. I don't do that, but other people that do have several videos inside of the abandoned brewery. It is kind of cool, and it is kind of interesting to see what's in there. Sweating a little bit, you guys. I'm going up the hill here, but hopefully we'll get back into the shade pretty soon, and I'm gonna make my way back downtown. If you're just joining me, I'm coming from the Southtown neighborhood. Started downtown, made my way down to Southtown. Now I'm going back downtown. I'm making my way downtown, like the song used to say. I have a little bit of a unsteady connection here, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a quick break. I have to answer a phone call. I'm not gonna end the stream, but you'll see the screen go blank for a few seconds while I do that, so pardon me, you guys. Yeah, a glass of cold beer is necessary. Down that way, where I came from, the art gallery, there's a convenience store there, so I might stop at the convenience store really quickly and get me something to drink. But let's go back across the bridge here. Got a bit tired there, you guys, walking up the hill. Didn't realize that whole area is a slope. So I was walking downhill, uphill again. But I hope you guys are still with me here. The signal in this area is a little bit weird. I guess maybe because you have so many people living here on top of each other. Could just be that my, thank you Nabul, thank you Oleg, thank you Diana Lee for the ones in the chat there. Yeah, it could just be that everybody's Wi-Fi is bouncing off of my device here. I'm not too sure, but seems like we're back here. And I think you guys could still hear me while I was walking back this way. So if you guys are still here with me, thank you so much for sticking around. 1.5 1.5, what's that supposed to mean? Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick shortcut and I'm gonna head back downtown. I'm gonna probably stop at this little convenience store here, get me something to drink. Another view of these apartments here. These people that live in these apartments, man, must have a really nice view of downtown, and they have a really nice view of the river that's down here. And they have really quick access to all of the bars and restaurants and all of the outdoor activities that are around this area. You know, as you saw earlier, there were a lot of people fishing along the river, bike riding, or if you're just like me and you just like long walks, definitely a pretty cool place to live here in San Antonio. Especially there are not too many neighborhoods that are like this in the city, to be honest with you. Oh, I thought we were raiding the brewery, says Colleen. It's all good. Yeah, it's a very gorgeous day out here, Diana Lee. Here's that that margarita bar we just walked by. It's called Margarita Garden. Yeah, the entire Riverwalk is about 15 miles long. The most I've ever walked it was starting from right over here in Southtown, and I walked all the way to the Pearl, and that was about a 2-hour walk. I'm thinking about doing a live stream again, walking all the way down the river, but I definitely won't do it in the summertime. I'll probably wait until the fall season or until it's a little bit cooler, and we'll walk the river down through different neighborhoods here. Yeah, this area is very green. As I was saying, one thing I love about it is, you know, you have this area on one side that's very urban and very industrial, and then right over here, just a few steps away, you have all of this green space where you could walk along the river. And you know, you're just a few minutes away from all of the city's attractions, and just a few minutes away from some really nice bars and restaurants up ahead here. Oh, thank you, Colleen. I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna walk through the actual neighborhood in just a few minutes. I've just got to find this little convenience store really quickly and buy me a bottle of water. Yeah, I know the clouds look beautiful, don't they, Diana Lee? Remind me of Cottonwood. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so I think the convenience store is up ahead here. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me on this fun little short walk here. I'm not doing too much narrating today, just trying to enjoy the sights and sounds here. And plus, I've covered this neighborhood maybe like 2 or 3 times already. Well, the area that's around here. So if you want a tour, or if you want to know a little bit more about this area's historical context, check out some of my older videos. Gonna try to go for at least 2 hours. I've been streaming now for about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Yeah, look at this, plenty of shade right over here. I have a friend that likes this restaurant here. It's called Halcon. Hope I'm saying that correctly. They serve really good brunch there. Shout out to my friend if she's watching. Got the weird signal again here. I think this is the convenience store here, so I'm gonna go inside and grab me something to drink really quickly.
You've been talking like word on. Yeah. You're like, yeah. You're like, ah, for real.
Nice and refreshing in here. Let's see what we should get here. Probably just a water. It's got a scudder here. This is kind of like a little, I guess you would call this like a bodega. Hold on, I'm gonna put the camera down. Hello. Good, just the water. Give me 1 second.
Thank you again.
Thank you so much.
You have a nice day.
You too. Ooh, tacos. Yeah, interesting store there, Diana Lee. I'm gonna open up my water bottle really quickly and grab a drink of water. I'm gonna put you guys down just for a second here. Sorry, I don't have a really beautiful picture for you guys to look at. I'm not using the gimbal today. All right then. There's a shot of the river walk underneath where we just came from. Hey there, SBOs, welcome. Thanks for joining. Yeah, you love all the wood. Looks like a scorcher. Yeah, it is pretty hot here, S Fields. Wasn't that hot when I started the stream, but I have been walking for about an hour and 30 minutes almost. So I'm gonna walk through the Southtown or the King William neighborhood. If you haven't seen this neighborhood before, if you're a fan of very old architecture, like from the 1800s, early 1900s, early 20th century, then you guys will definitely love this neighborhood we're about to see here. I could actually just walk straight down this street and it'll probably take me over there, but the main street that everybody likes to go down in this neighborhood is down that way. Plus there's a lot of shade in that down that street over there. So I'll make my way down to King William Street. Here we have, this is called Madison Street. See, check out the homes in this area. There's a close-up of the Pioneer Flower Factory, and the building that's right underneath it, that's called the Gunther House. So it actually used to belong to one of the founders of this neighborhood. His name was Carl Gunther. He was a wealthy businessman who lived in this area and was one of the very first residents here in the King William district. But see, a lot of these houses are very old and historic, so you have these plaques out here. So this house here belonged to a German immigrant. His name was August Weisenbach. And they began construction of this house in 1880. Yeah, 92 Oleg, it's definitely scorching hot out here. So even though a lot of these houses are historic and used to belong to very wealthy businessmen who lived in San Antonio at one point, now you have newer residents that live here. So I don't want to point the camera at these houses for too long, even though I am walking on a public sidewalk here. Wow, look at this beautiful house here. It's like the freaking White House. You know, Oleg, it probably doesn't help that I'm wearing long pants either. But almost to my destination. Here's another historic house right here. This is the J.M. and Bertie Nix house. These are twin houses right here. Twin houses as they both have very similar floor plans and very similar designs, and they were both built around the same time as well. Yeah, the good thing about this area here is there's plenty of shade up ahead, but I wish I could just jump in that water fountain right there. So many of these houses here were built in the late 1800s, early 1900s. As I was saying, many of them used to belong to very wealthy San Antonio businessmen, business people back in the day. But this neighborhood was also home to many German immigrants who came here to Texas during that time. And right across the street here, this is actually one of my favorite houses in the neighborhood. This is the Via Final. I hope I'm saying that right. Via Final or Via Finale Museum and Garden. Gotta watch the mud here. Cost about $10 to visit that museum there. But basically what that museum is, it's a tour of what one of these old houses used to look like back then. So they have a lot of relics and a lot of knickknacks from the late 1800s to early 1900s. I have been wanting to do a video inside that museum for quite some time. That museum has some pretty weird hours. Not sure, but I think those people were watching me as I was filming, probably wondering what I was doing walking around this neighborhood, filming with the camera, talking to myself. But hey, as long as you know, I'm on a public sidewalk, I'm in a public street, you know, I'm not bothering anybody. Nobody should have any problem with what I'm doing. Ooh, here is Alfred Giles' house. And he was one of the main architects throughout the late 19th and early 20th centuries. He was born in England, and he spent his days as an apprentice in London. So he is one of the main architects who designed many of these houses that you see here in the King William neighborhood, as well as some other neighborhoods throughout San Antonio. He built many of the city's historic buildings that are still standing here. But the neighborhood gets its name from King William of Prussia. Man, I hope you guys are still with me in the chat here, or can still hear me okay. It says the connection's unstable. That's a bummer, because I'm trying to show you guys these nice houses. And of course the signal craps out on me as I'm walking through here. I didn't have that problem the last time, so I don't know what's going on here. But if I could live in any neighborhood in San Antonio, it would probably be this neighborhood right here. I just love love walking down these streets here. I love walking down and looking at this beautiful architecture, looking at these beautiful homes, being able to have access to the river and have access to downtown whenever I want to, without necessarily going too far. That would be freaking sweet. We've got King William Park right over here on the left side. I'm gonna walk into the park, stop and grab a drink of water really quickly. Also, and see if maybe my signal will come back. This is a really cool little bandstand that they have right here. I'm gonna sit down, grab a drink of water really quickly. Connection keeps saying that it's unstable. Oh, thank you, Oleg. Yeah, you live on the south side and you want to live directly downtown to have access to everything and just walk onto the Riverwalk. Yeah, it is very, very nice there, Lele. This is King William Park right here. And this bandstand was originally located at the United States Arsenal along the river. So if you guys remember where we were when we kind of started this live stream, this bandstand was located way over there on the other side of the river. But this park is very famous in the neighborhood for what's called the King William Fair. And they also have, every now and then, they have like block parties along this area. which is kind of neat. But the King William's Fair is a fiesta event that takes place every year at the end of April, beginning of May, along with some of the other fiesta events that we checked out a few weeks ago. I don't know if you have to pay money to attend the King William Fair, but I've seen a couple videos of it, and looks like a lot of fun. I'm gonna have to definitely check that out next year. I think my good friend I Like to Walk, fellow YouTuber on this channel who was in the chat earlier, he did a video of the King William's Fair. So if you're interested in finding out what that event looks like, head over to his channel and check out his video. Look at this house right here, beautiful. But we're gonna walk back downtown. Gonna go down Alamo Street, and I'm gonna end my video at Hemisphere Park. Ooh, this is a cool little liquor store here. They even serve pizza. The filling station. Oh, thank you for that, Mary De La Garza, for confirming. Welcome. Oh yeah, cakes. That used to be a Cleaners there, says Mary. Oh, the liquor store that we just walked by used to be a Cleaners. That's really cool. Yeah, a lot of the area, as I was saying, has really changed a lot. It has kind of like this gimme. It has kind of like this this art hipster kind of vibe to it now. So you have a lot of these, you know, a lot of these newer businesses that cater to a different demographic of people. You know, you've got a lot of small coffee shops in this area, art galleries. But one thing I love about making these videos is when people like yourself talk about how the area has changed, because I definitely wasn't around when these areas used to look very, very different from how they look now. But I guess that's the case for all cities, you know. All places go through changes, some good and some bad. Here we are on Alamo Street here. Gotta love how these people just block the box. We are right in the shadow of downtown, so we're gonna head right back over there. Now last week I actually came to this restaurant right across the street here. This is called Luna Rosa Puerto Rican Grill y Tapas. So if you're looking for a good Puerto Rican restaurant and a Puerto Rican bakery, definitely check this place out here. Highly recommend it. They had some really good food here, and they had some really good music. especially on Sundays they had a DJ. So highly recommend. I'm gonna cross even though I don't have the crosswalk here. Highly recommend checking that that place out here. I wanted to actually do a live stream while I was inside of here. Oops. I wanted to actually do a live stream while I was here last week, but it was too noisy, unfortunately, for me to live stream. Yeah, it used to actually be Rosario's, Mary. Rosario's, I think, actually moved a few blocks down, and this Puerto Rican place moved in. But again, this Puerto Rican place is really good. Highly recommend it. Yeah, I think Rosario's is somewhere down there now. Got an Italian restaurant right over here. It smells really good, you guys. Pasta. Almost to the park here. What do people in San Antonio do for business? Any big businesses? Well, there's a number of things that people do in this city, Oleg. Downtown, one of the biggest industries here is tourism. But outside of the city or outside of downtown, there's a lot of tech jobs that have opened up recently. There's a lot of it's a big military town also. We actually have 4 military bases around San Antonio. So you have a number of different industries throughout the city. It really just depends on where you are in San Antonio. San Antonio is actually the 7th largest city in the United States, not by size, but by population. There are about over 2 million people that live here, believe it or not. And it seems like every day we have more and more people coming into the city. Yeah, Toyota is a big industry here, so we have a lot of blue collar workers here, a lot of factories that have opened up recently. Just on the south side of San Antonio. The north side is really growing. The west side is growing as well. A lot of suburban sprawl out in that area. A lot of retail shops and malls. This area here feels like it's been under construction forever. I actually work downtown, so I'm pretty familiar with downtown as it is. If a lot of people wonder why I stream around this area a lot, it's because of that reason. But also because it's very easy to also because it's very easy to walk around compared to other places in the city. That's a new hotel right there. The Kimpton Santo. Miss May, hello there. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I had to stop at a convenience store and I got me a bottle of this smart water here. I'm just gonna cross the street here. Go ahead. I know I shouldn't be jaywalking in the middle of the street here, but gonna cool off at the park here. Ooh, paletas. I think I'm gonna cool off and get me an ice cream and end this live stream here. Sorry guys, I don't mean to complain, but it is very, very hot out here. I didn't expect it to be this hot, especially walking around as much as I did today. Oh, nice there, Mary De La Garza. So you're really familiar with this idea. Yeah, most things you know about Texas relate to food, says says Oleg. All right, you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here because the signal is messing up again, and I want to cool off because I still have a little bit more to walk before going home later. So I want to thank you all, thank all you guys for tuning in today and for watching, and I will see you guys on the next. And adios, or goodbye, adios, and au revoir. Take care, everyone. From San Antonio, signing off now.